Welcome back, sewists. Today I have a short video for you on how to clean your iron. So I went to press my front and I noticed this gunk on my iron, and I could feel it sticking. So I'm going to do a quick iron cleaning. If you've never cleaned your iron before, I have put my project out of the way because I do not want this to get on it. You can buy hot iron cleaner, which is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use a scrap of fabric. I'm going to put the hot iron cleaner on the fabric and I'm going to iron over it a few times. And sometimes I'll put down one of my silk hats underneath because you don't want to get on your ironing board either. You can also lay multiple layers of fabric down to protect it. Everything you're going to iron on is going to get tossed. It's going to be useless after this because this is like an oil and it gets on everything, everything fabric-y. So let me get it set up for you. All right, I've just squeezed out a little bit onto my piece of fabric. You can put it directly on the iron too, but your iron needs to be good and hot. I want to make sure I'm getting on that area. Just tap it a little bit so that it's starting to, get on the area. And then we're just going to press it, run it around, run. And I did put down my silk hat because you can see as you move the iron around, part of the iron that might have a little bit of that on there could come off the fabric. There's the stain. Can you see the stain from the iron cleaner? It has a little bit of an odor. It's not necessarily a bad odor, but you can smell it. Now, sometimes if it's really not coming off, pardon my squeaky ironing board, if it's really not coming off and it's starting to, I will take, you want heavy fabric. You can also use like an UV glove, something like that, and you can scrub it, but you have to be really careful not to burn your hands. And if it's still like, there's whatever that is, something black is melted on there, you might have to do it a couple of times. So I'm going to apply a little more cleaner and keep going. It's definitely helped. You can see in the grooves, they're dirty. I don't know if you can see that. And that is actually from hard water because I've been using tap water and not filtered water, which is, my own fault. Put some more down. And keep going. You can see me in the still a little bit there. I don't know what is on it. I'm not the only person that uses my iron, so who knows. Kind of looks like plastic melted to it a little bit, which I did melt one of my bottles. I just set the iron against it and ripped a hole in it. Melted a hole. So, but that was on the side, not in the middle. And it just curled up. It didn't stick to the iron. It's better, but not great. I'm gonna flip over. You can see it's leaked through. Now, if I were using a white fabric, you can actually see the grime come off better on the fabric. Because I used a dark fabric, you're really not seeing it as much. Better, but not perfect. Okay, I'm going to work on this a little bit longer. I'll show you when I'm done. What I ended up doing was putting another bit on my little piece, and I have been scrubbing it, and that is working the best. Now you have to be careful, and you can kind of see I've made like a little handle, but it's been getting it out of the little grooves and everything. I'm going to do just one more pass, and then you want to iron over it. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. There's sort of like a little bit of oil residue. Then we're going to iron over a clean piece of fabric to get all the residue off until nothing shows, and then we can go back to our garment. And that is how you clean your iron. All right, got just a piece of white scrap so you can see if any oil or anything comes off. And the iron looks a lot better. I still have a little tiny bit of black right there that I am not able to get off, and I don't want to scratch the surface of my iron. So we're just going to go like this. I don't see a lot of oil coming off, so I think I've got it pretty residue-free. Great use of scraps that I pulled out of the trash and recycle bin. Now, this looks perfectly clean and fine. This does not. This could not be recycled. One thing, if you're sending off fabric for recycling, is it has to be clean fabric, and this is definitely not clean. So this is just going to have to go in the trash. But this could be put in the recycling if you're using that service, retold. Okay, I think we're clean and we can get back to business. I'll see you next time for another fun video. If you found this video helpful, informative, or just entertaining, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and maybe giving me a hype.